Chapter 15.
The sixth planet was a planet 10 times larger. It was inhabited by an old gentleman who wrote voluminous books. "Oh, look! Here comes an explorer!" he cried out when he saw the little prince. The little prince sat down on the table, catching his breath. It seemed he had been traveling for so long. "Where do you come from?" asked the old gentleman. "What is this thick book?" said the little prince, disregarding the question. "What are you doing here?"
"I'm a geographer," said the old gentleman. "What is a geographer?" "A geographer is a scholar who knows the location of all the seas, the rivers, the cities, the mountains, and the deserts." "Now that is extremely interesting," said the little prince. "That is at long last a real profession." And he cast a quick look around him at the geographer's planet. Never before had he seen such a magnificent planet. "Your planet is very beautiful. Are there any oceans?" "I have no way of knowing," said the geographer. "Oh," the little prince was disappointed. "And any mountains?" "I really couldn't tell you that either," said the geographer. "And cities and rivers and deserts?" "I have no way of knowing that either," said the geographer. "But you are a geographer." "Exactly," said the geographer. "But I am not an explorer. I have no explorers on my planet. It is not the geographer's task to count the cities, the rivers, the mountains, the oceans, and the deserts. The geographer is far too important to waste his time browsing around. He never leaves his office, but he receives explorers. He questions them and notes down what they record of their travels. And if the recollections of one of them seem interesting to him, the geographer orders an inquiry into the explorer's moral character." "But why?" "Because an explorer who told lies would bring into disrepute the geographer's books, as would an explorer who drank too much." "But why?" asked the little prince. "Because drunkards see double as a result. The geographer would note two mountains where, in fact, there was only one." "I know someone," said the little prince, "who would make a bad explorer." "That is possible, even when the moral character of the explorer is shown to be satisfactory. An investigation is ordered into his discovery." "One goes to check it?" "No, that would be too complicated. But the explorer is requested to furnish proof. If, for example, the discovery is that of a big mountain, he is required to bring back some large stones from it." Suddenly, the geographer became very excited.
I believe there is a way which would allow you to take a rest whenever you wanted to.
You are an
I always
explorer.
want to,
You must
said the
describe your
lamplighter.
planet to me.
For one can be
And
both
the geographer,
faithful and lazy.
Having opened this register,
The little prince
sharpened this
continued.
pencil.
Your planet is so
Once
small that you
started
can
off
walk
by
all
nodding
around
the
it in three
explorer's story in
strands.
pencil.
You just have to walk
And when the
slowly enough to
explorer
stay
had
always in
provided
the sun.
the required
When you
proof,
want to take a rest,
the
you
information
will walk.
was filled in
And
ink.
the day will last for as long as you like.
"Well?" asked
That wouldn't help me
the
very
geographer
much,
expectantly.
said the lamplighter.
Oh,
The one thing
where
I
I
like
live,
in life is to
said the little
sleep.
prince.
That
It is
is
not very
unfortunate,
interesting because it is so
said
small.
the little prince.
I have 3 volcanoes.
That is indeed
Two are
unfortunate,
active, and the third is
said
extinct.
the lamplighter.
But
Good
one
morning.
never knows.
And he put out his lamp.
One never knows.
That man,
said the geographer.
said the little prince
I
to
also have a
himself as he
flower.
continued his journey.
We don't record
That man
flowers,
would be
said the geographer.
despised by all the others, by the king,
Why not?
by the
It
conceited
is the
man,
prettiest
by the
thing on my
drunkard,
planet.
by the businessman.
Because flowers
But he is
are
the only one who does
ephemeral.
not seem ridiculous to me.
What does
Perhaps
ephemeral
it is
mean?
because he is not only concerned with
Geographers,
himself.
said the geographer,
With a sigh of
are
regret,
the most precious
he said
of
to
all
himself
books.
once again,
They're never out of fashion.
that man is the only one
A
I could
mountain
have made my
rarely
friend.
changes his place.
But his
It is
planet
very
is
rare
really
for
too
an
small.
ocean to empty
There's
itself
not
of
enough
its
room for
waters.
two.
We write of eternal
What the little
things.
prince would not admit to himself was
But
that he was sorry
extinct
to leave
volcanoes
this
can wake
planet,
up.
blessed
The little prince
as it was with
interrupted.
1,440
What does
sunsets every
ephemeral
day.
mean? Whether volcanoes are extinct or active amounts to the same thing for us, said the geographer. What matters to us is the mountain. It does not change. But what does ephemeral mean? The little prince repeated once again, since he had never in his life given up a question once he had raised it. It means in danger of early disappearance. My flower is in danger of early disappearance? Of course it is. My flower is ephemeral, the little prince said to himself, and she has only 4 thorns with which to defend herself against the world, and I have left her all alone on my planet. That was his first moment of regret, but it took courage once again. What place would you advise me to visit now? He asked. The planet Earth, replied the geographer. It has a good reputation. And the little prince went away, thinking of his flower.